she keeps everything on her whiteboards, all of the important stuff, and then when she's done with that book, she
Right.
can go back to zero.
I wish I had the wall space for one more.
Yeah.
I do wind up using a lot of index cards, and I start, writing, scene ideas down, because it's usually a matter of plotting for me. It's like, how do you get from here to here, and I'll know all these things that I need to happen, but where do they go with the story? And I'll start, laying them out and rearranging them. Get frustrated, throw them all away. For me, the handiest thing that I do is I make stream of consciousness notes. And this is what keeps me from ever getting writer's block, which one of my favorite quotes about that is it's from the artist Chuck Close. This is a sort of a paraphrase. Writer's block is for amateurs. The rest of us just put our ass in the chair every day and get to work. I think that's kind of true. You have to be disciplined. You have to actually sit down and do it. And writer's block is really just a matter of saying to yourself, you know what, I don't know where the story is going next. And there are ways to figure it out. And so what I do, and sometimes I really am confused. I don't know. Maybe I know what's going to happen in the end. I don't know how to get from here to there. I will open up a blank document, and this is what works for me. And I'm not saying this is going to work for everybody, but this is what works for me. I start to think on paper. I have this theory that you use a different part of your brain when you write than when you're actually just thinking. And I'm not saying daydreaming isn't helpful, because I get a lot of ideas sort of by accident when I'm daydreaming. But when I really am stuck, I start to do stream of consciousness, I start to make notes, and I actually type out questions. Well, what can I do in the next scene? Well, maybe I can have so-and-so go to so-and-so and say so-and-so. That would make this happen. Well, that's not going to work. Well, what if? And I just go, what if, and going off in tangents in all these different possible areas. And eventually, it becomes clear that the answer was there all along. I've just been sort of digging and digging and digging to uncover, what the answer is and where the story's got to go. And that's really, really helpful for me. If anybody ever read this, I think they would sound completely psychotic. So it's just like my own personal notes. But that's for me is the most helpful too. More helpful than, index cards or anything else.